Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new Jump Force video today. By request, a lot of requests, we got the Madara guide for you. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. For Madara's first ability, Fire Style Jutsu, we got, I'm not going to say the whole name, it connects with the second, third, fourth, and fifth light. However, you really want to do it on the fourth light where he smacks the fan up. That's where it's going to connect both fire styles if you hold it down and do two. It connects with all three heavies, and actually, the only down tilt or up tilt it connects to is the charge down tilt where you jump and hit light, and then you can go ahead and use it. Next up, we got Susanoo, and it combines with every single one of his lights, every single one of his heavies, the first two down tilts, none of the up tilts. A fully charged up tilt, you just have to walk up a little bit, then go ahead and use it. And a charged down tilt, you need to jump heavy and then go ahead and use it. Alright, just to talk about his reflect, it costs 2 bars, and it does reflect every melee attack, including Cell's barrier, so if you get hit with the ranged ability, do not try and counter it, it will not work. Now his ultimate Perfect Susanoo connects with literally everything except for the first and third up tilt, so charged down tilt is good, charged up tilt is good, everything's good. Just do not do it on the first up tilt or the third up tilt. Madara also does have a grab ult, so anytime you land a grab and you want to ult, go for it. They can escape out of it, but most of the time you're probably doing it when they don't have stamina, so make sure you know when to use it or not. Basic things to know about Madara's Fire Style Jutsu is that you can use it in the air and you can shoot it twice. If you didn't know, if you just hold R2 while using it, you'll shoot twice. You can just shoot it once if you just press R2 square, which is fine. And you can't really treat it like Sasuke's Fire Style, whereas if I pressed it on the ground, I can't change the direction of it, and it's very hard to pull off the kind of charge guard break on it. You can if they're far enough, sure. They have insane tracking, so if you want to use it once and then try and dash, if he's really far away, it'll catch him. I'm pretty sure this goes the entire map, if not just 3/4 of the way. Other things to know, when you shoot 2, it only takes 1 bar still. It doesn't take all of it. I'd recommend doing this ability only on 3 heavies and on the 4th light. The 3rd heavy connects to all the Fire Style balls, and on the 4th light it connects most of them. It only misses 1 or 2. So make sure you do it anytime you're going to do that, unless you're trying to do some really fancy reset, which technically I don't condone because the resets I found with Fire Style are very unsafe, so don't do those. Make sure to do it on the 4th light and the 3rd heavy if you are ever trying to land this ability. Also, a quick tip to know that they do count as like hits as you like light attacking them. So if you do too many heavies or lights or whatever, these kind of count towards it, which is kind of a shame. They see he whites out right there if I try and do a full combo. So I'm not the biggest fan about that. I think both of these should count as 1, but then Madara might be a little too OP, I don't know. He's not technically OP anyway, so just kind of my advice right there. Things to know about Susanoo, yes, it's a 1 bar ability. The really only thing you need to know is that you cannot use an assist while doing it. You can doing it before if you really want to, you just gotta press the assist before. However, it's kind of a waste because you're already continually hitting him, so there's no point in doing that. Now, I guess this is kind of a tech thing. If they call an assist out, like if Goku here is using an assist, but Goku is blocking, and I go ahead and use Susanoo and I hit the assist, it's not going to do that full animation. It's just going to do this, and I'm going to be unsafe after. So make sure you're not using it to hit the assist. It won't go into the animation. However, if you do hit the main character and they're not guarding and the assist is there, sometimes it will carry the assist too, but it might drop it throughout the throughout the animation. However, know that you can hit both people if the main player does get hit with it. Things to know about reflection is that if you do use it and you land it, it can hit two characters. So let's say Goku called an assist out and then he goes and tries to punch me and I use it. It will connect with both players, and if I really wanted to, I can ult, and ult will connect off of the counter. And since it's a counter and it's not a grab, they actually can't escape from this ult unless they have a red bar. So if they don't have red bar awakening and I land the counter, it is a confirmed ultimate. Also, when you land counter, sorry I'm not actually getting the gameplay for this, it's just very hard to have the CPU actually hit you in the right way. It takes way too long and I need to get this video out here. But when you land counter, you can follow it up with lights and you'll go into an air battle. So if you are confident in air battles and vanishing and high-speed counters, go ahead and do that. Alright guys, get into the advanced tech. There is quite a bit that we can go over here and I'll try and keep it under 30, but Madara is pretty fun and technical, so we're going to have a lot of fun with him right now. So starting with his Vanish String, he doesn't have a great one, but he has pretty much one similar to all our ones where we hit him with the dash and he gets up and we have an option to guard break him, grab, or just continue wailing at him. So 3 heavies into a Vanish dash and he gets up right here. You can either grab and do whatever after that, ult, or we can do a Vanish, guard into a guard break, which is probably the least likely one we're gonna get, so don't go for the full guard break. We could Vanish, dash, do a half charge, down tilt, and we can go actually 3 down tilts here into a full combo if we wanted to here. If you want to, you can shorten the amount of down tilts. We can go to 2 here, and we can still follow up the same way, so that's also a great option. You can also do this on the second heavy. It reacts the same way, so go ahead and if you don't want to do the full 3 heavies, because most people like to escape right here, you can go ahead and just do it on the second heavy. It's pretty much the exact same thing. Also, I've seen some people like Fu do this where they actually land a 3rd heavy exactly like that. However, it's very inconsistent and I actually don't know how to make it confirm all the way, so if Fu actually is watching this video right now, please go ahead and comment and tell people how to do this, because I get very lucky when I land this, and I think most of the time you'll land that is when you're near a wall, right? Because yeah, they gotta be really close to you. Also guys, the other option is to just use 3 heavies into 1 light and then go into another heavy string, and you can do this 3 times before he whites out right here, right? So that's also another option, gives you a chance to white him out and get a perfect guard break if you really want to. Also, if you want to do this on the second heavy, dash towards him, hold your heavy. It does, if you time it perfect, right when they get up, it's going to hit them, as you can see. Very good, I do it quite a bit. So how to time this, I just do 2 heavies, vanish towards them, move up barely a little, it's just kind of to help time, you don't really need to move up, but it helps. Boom. You see I'm landing it every single time, so right when they get up, they either get hit by it, and you can go into another combo or something, or you guard break them and you can get an even bigger combo. So completely up to you what you do after that, but always know this is actually a very good option if you want to do it. Okay, see, I didn't walk up and I actually mistimed it. Boom, there we go. Now for his lights, the only time you actually want to vanish is on the second one, and this is the only reason why. You can't do the normal dash, it won't hit. But what we can do is that he actually gets up fast enough that we can hold the charge button. So we're going to vanish backwards, dash, and we're going to hold our light button or our charged dash. So dash and holding square or whatever it is on Xbox. Vanish back, dash, and then either they guard or we go into an air battle and do whatever we need to do, right? So also another option, I don't use this one as much because most of the time they do have a little bit of time to react and they mostly can sidestep, but a lot of players in lower ranks will not react to this. So, and I've hit some S players with this, but you know, rank doesn't really mean anything. It's, you know, people that actually play the game and know the mechanics. So just in case you wanted to see the timing for the guard breaks, I'll show it to you on the second heavy one. Remember, move a little forward. Boom, I mistimed it, so that was my bad. Gotta stop hitting the Madara. So, yep, boom, boom, boom. Boom, right? Barely a chance to get up. Perfect, and we get into like a double fireball into Susanoo, right? We'll get to combos later. Also, let's go ahead and do the 3, or the second light. Boom, boom, dash back. Oh, messed up. It's been a while, guys. I haven't played Madara in a while. Boom, right when he gets up, guard break, right? But he does have time to sidestep. I've been sidestepped before, but look how, like, short of time it is, especially on the second heavy, so boom. And we can go into a full combo. We can even start with heavies if we really wanted to. And if we really wanted to, we could double guard break him after going into the heavies, so 1, 2, vanish back, dash, hold it, go into a heavy, boom, boom. Boom, right? I mean, most people will eventually catch on and stop guarding, hopefully, but when they're guarding, they'll get hit, and if you really do it, we'll get not an instant transition. We'll get a stage transition, and if we need to, it might be a character transition, which are the best kinds of stage transition. Okay, guys, finally another character that I can actually do this on. Goku is the only one I've actually ever tested it on, and I don't really do it a lot because it's not super useful, but it's pretty nice and it's pretty safe. It's good to have. So what I'm talking about is, so I can actually show you, is during Madara's light string, after vanishing, he can keep up his light string. So what I mean by this is on the third light here, I can vanish towards him, vanish again, and I can keep this combo going, right? I can keep the light string going. Now you cannot do this on the first and second light, so if I try and do it on the first light, yes, I hit him. However, he does have a chance to guard, so, you know, most people on the first light do. On the second light, if I try and do it, it whiffs. He gets up too fast. That's why we have the second light, vanish, dash, hold, right? So, what this actually does, it's pretty much giving us an opportunity to be safe while still putting on tons of pressure. So, on the third light here, I can vanish, and if I'm afraid of him escaping, and, you know, ulting or using an ability or switching, using an assist, whatever, something to counter me, I'm immediately safe in a guard formation. I vanish and I'm guarding. So if you really wanted to, you could also vanish away. However, you wouldn't be able to follow it up. You know, that's just like a normal vanish. However, you know, if you still want to add pressure, boom, boom, you can vanish again, boom, vanish again, boom, right? Completely safe. If you don't want to do all the vanishes, you can just vanish here, and maybe I just want to follow up the combo here. But you guys get the idea. It's just really good to have. Goku has this too. I haven't tested it on most characters because really I only use Goku, Pain, Cell, you know, pretty OP characters. You can hate me if you want. You know what I use. But yeah, it's really good to see that Madara does have one of these. I actually didn't test it on him when I first was playing him, so that's really cool. So he does have one on his heavy too. It's on the second heavy, clearly not the first. I'm trying to vanish on the first. It takes way too long. So second heavy, vanish, and you can use the third as long as you vanish towards him, right guys? You can only do this if you vanish towards him. I'll do a quick description. If you don't know how to vanish while you're hitting them, go ahead and hit X, okay? Or your jump button, A for Xbox, and just tilt the analog stick in the direction of the character. So if I want to go backwards, I'm tilting it back, pressing X. If I want to go forward, I'm tilting it towards them. If I just want to stay in a place, I'm just pressing X, right? Pretty simple. I have a video for all this tech. I'll put it in the description, but please check that out if you don't know how to do any of this stuff, guys. Alright guys, for his Vanish mix-ups, now he does have quite a few good ones. On the heavy when he's guarding, he does actually go fast. I'm actually going to say this for all characters. You know how in the last two guys have been saying, when you do one light, it takes a long time for them to actually look at you, and you can just grab. I'm pretty sure it's like that for all characters. I'm just going to say most, because there might be that one character that's just like that can't do it at all. So again, Madara's first light, very good if you teleport behind them or to another area. Grab them. Takes them a while to actually look at you, so you can so you know the game actually denies them of moving for a while. First heavy acts the same way. Takes a while for them to look at you. So you have a chance to grab. You have a chance to dash and grab. Again, Madara's dash and grab is very fluent. You don't need to hold guard before you grab. Just go ahead and spam it after you dash. So if you want to go one light, vanish, dash, grab, completely fine. Of course, guys, you can always do the standard, you know, one light or whatever many lights, dash or vanish back, dash into a full guard break. So boom, just hold guard break, right? It works most of the time. However, don't do it on the second light like I told you earlier. The second light vanish dash guard break only works if you're hitting them, right? So if I was trying to open up an opponent that hasn't wasted their stamina bar, that's what I would do. Here, it's just super slow, right? You can't, they can react to that super easy. So, for now, one light, you can grab, you can vanish dash grab, you can vanish dash guard break, right? Another way to go at it is if you can't really react to the first light, like let's say you land the first light but you don't react to it and you accidentally vanish on this light, right? Very slow, gives them time to recover. If you're too scared to react on the first light, this is what I do. I'd go all the way to the fourth light, which is when the fan goes up, right? Boom, right there. That is the fourth light. What we're gonna do right here is after the fourth light, we're gonna vanish. We're gonna do one more light, and then we're gonna go into a charge down tilt. So 1, 2, 4, vanish, one more light into a charge down tilt. Really fast, really awkward movements, which is why it's gonna work. Boom, boom. You don't expect it a lot. You can try and do it on others, however, it's very slow, right? It's not really gonna work the same way. So I recommend doing this on the fan when it goes up, the fourth light. Remember, do it one more time. Fan goes up, vanish, one more light, charge down tilt, right? And if they are gonna sidestep, which they can sidestep, it's not like a like can't move. If they are gonna sidestep, we can do a half charged down tilt, and we'll catch them, and we can do 2 or 3, and then go into another full combo, right? So many options there. I believe we can also do something like this: boom, boom, vanish, and grab. However, that's also very slow, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. I recommend sticking to that charge down tilt. You can also do the same thing with the first light, or sorry, first heavy. If I didn't already say it, just, you know, dash, you know, probably not right in front of him because he can react to it. So vanish a different way, grab, right? You can also do the same thing where you go boom, vanish, another heavy into a charge down tilt, and again, you can do the half charge down tilt if you need to. Boom, boom, right? Again, pretty much the same options, however, it's just on the first heavy, right? So a lot of mix-ups, guys. Madara's got some sweet vanish mix-ups and vanish strings. I know I said his vanish strings weren't that great before, but as I'm thinking about it, they're actually pretty freaking nice. So, again, the real power comes from being able to land 2 or 1 down tilts, or 3 down tilts, and restarting the combo. That's where the threat comes from, and that's why it's so good. Alright guys, combo time. Now again, I'm going to start with the solo combo, show you the basic Madara combo that you're probably going to see. So, it involves the full light string right here, boom, into 3 heavies, into 1 fire style, into Susanoo, right? So remember, to do 1 fire style, you need to let go of the R2 button. If I try and press Susanoo as I'm doing 1 fire style, it's going to do 2, right? So, make sure you know, you figure out the timing from just 1, kind of stall for a bit, delay it, and then use it. You can also just go ahead, instead of using 2 bars, which this is what I do most of the time, just use 2 fireballs. You get, I want to say, the same amount of damage, maybe a little less for 1 bar difference. You know, it costs 2 with Susanoo, and it's the same damage. So, and you get the whiteout on the double fire style. So, if I'm actually trying to get the whiteout here, I can predict when he's going to get up and try and get a perfect guard like that, right? Has no time to guard it, and we timed it perfectly. Of course, if they hold guard and pretend he whites out. If they hold guard right here, they're going to get up way faster, and I actually don't think I have time to run up and do that. But if they don't hold guard, run up, try and time it, and you get a guard break, or you stage transition, or you just go into another combo. Now, if you don't want to land 3 heavies, like I said earlier, on the 4th light here, you can land both fire style and you can land Susanoo after. So, most of the time, to actually land this full combo off the heavies, you need to just do 1 light, right? And that's very hard to react to most of the time if it's not really obvious. Now, the 3 heavies do more damage, and that's the one you want to go for. However, if I accidentally land, you know, 2 lights, and I try and do this, he's going to white out right here. So whites out, and I can't land Susanoo. But if I know he's going to white out, again, I can try and go for that perfect dodge. But you got to pretty much sense, you know, if I do 2 lights, you want to do the combo. If you're looking to do ability combos, you got to do it off this 4th light here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I will say this, let's say you just, on the off chance, land a heavy, and to be honest, you have a good chance of that, because Madara's tracking on his first heavy here is actually pretty insane. I can't show it to you now, but a lot of the times, even if someone sidesteps, it still goes at him and it catches him. So, let's just say you land 3 heavies here, and you don't want to do the ability. go into the Vanished Light String, and then do this again. And he won't white out. We can actually land Susanoo here and get some pretty good damage. Now, I don't think... Was that 50%? Boom. Boom, boom. Boom. That was not 50%. What is it? Right, I mean, that's pretty much the same. Yeah, it does a little more damage than the other combos before, but just know that it is an option. And most of the time when you're doing this, you're pretty much looking for a chance to chase them if they're escaping, because, you know, you can constantly just keep them in this, right? I mean, I wouldn't even recommend using abilities during this, because it does decent damage just doing those 3 heavies. It does a lot of mental strain on the opponent. They don't know when to escape, and they don't know when to, you know, spend their meter. So definitely look at that as an option to pretty much continuously beat on your opponent. Alright guys, now with the assist combos, I do use Prometheus, and most of you should know because of my Madara best combo video. I love the reset that Prometheus provides. It's very good for pretty much getting the full, like, huge damage and for getting mix-ups down, right? Gives us a lot of opportunities. So, but if we're just being really basic here, I can just do the 4th light thing, 2 fireballs, Prometheus. I can do the reset here, wait for him to drop, and do 3 heavies. And go into Susanoo. Now this is a mini reset here. If I tried to do 2 fireballs, you can probably guess what's gonna happen. Boom, 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 boom. Whites out on the first one, and yes, I can try and time the perfect smash, guard break, whatever you want to call it, but most of the time, you're probably not get that. So that's just a mini reset Prometheus can do. Again, if you land 1 light into the heavies, you can do the same thing. Fireballs, Prometheus. You can either let him drop or not. I choose to let him drop. Boom, into Susanoo. Now, some of you may be asking, maybe you didn't see my video. See, that's really good damage for 2 bars, and it involved a simple reset, right? Around 55%, 60%. Now, some of you might be asking, what's the reset? Like, why am I letting him drop? What am I doing? So, let me show you what happens when you let him drop, and if I can do this. So, I'm going to do the heavy combo. 1 light, 3 heavies, fireball, Prometheus. I'm going to let him drop. He's going to get the chance to guard, and look, he's guarding, right? And I can't hit him. Anytime an opponent or the computer has a chance to block, or they're blocking, is a reset, right? That's when we know it's a reset. And resets aren't necessarily cheap. They're not unfair because they can guard, right? It's in the game. It's just part of being able to read your opponent. So what we're going to do to open him up, I'm actually going to put this at full health here. What we're going to do to open him up is this. If they're choosing to guard on the reset, let him drop 1 light into a down tilt. And we get him, right? Or, that looked a little funky. It looks like they might be able to react to it. We can go with something like this. Boom, boom. I didn't have Prometheus, might be. 3 heavies. Fire. Prometheus. Do 2 heavies into a down tilt. Oh, what the frick? You didn't get a chance to guard? What? Oh, did I not let him drop? Hold up. I don't think I let him drop. Guarding into a down tilt, right? And of course, we can go into the heavies again and keep hitting them, or we can go into the half, because they can sidestep and they can backstep. So we could also go into the half charge down tilt and get them on our down tilt combo. You know, it's weird, Madara doesn't have many, like, combos, but he has a lot of tech, so this video feels a little backwards. But going into some of his, like, normal awakening combos, I'll show you without awakening here. If we're gonna grab, walk a little forward and ult, as you're walking forward, make sure to call in Prometheus, holding that assist button down. You should be able to catch him. Remember, this only really works on, you know, somewhat good connection. Boom. Prometheus will catch him, and we can actually do the reset here. I don't know if he's guarding. He's not guarding. Boom, fire. Remember guys, this was in our best combo video, and this is a good 85%, or sorry, 80% for unawakened grab ult combo, right? That is insane. Of course, that is with the reset, and even with the reset, if they're guarding and we break their guard, it's still roughly going to do the same damage, only because we can't do like full huge combos here into double fire in Susanoo, right? We can do the 4 lights, but that's not going to give us a lot of damage. Alright guys, for normal, just kind of like, you know, when you're playing Awaken, like let's say you awaken to escape a fight or something, I just go with the normal combos, so either the 4 lights or the 3 heavies, so I'll go ahead and show you the 4 lights. Boom, double fire, and go ahead and ult. Now, you can call in your assist if you want to, however, I'm going to say 20% of the time, it's going to land. So, it's going to miss probably every single time you're doing this unless you land in the perfect position. Prometheus will miss right here. Right, so it just kind of drops. So only around 50%, and we can get that without using ult. So, right, we kind of want to avoid that, but for those that, you know, maybe you just need 50%, there you go. So let's say we just do the heavies, double fire, Prometheus. I think I called him Prometheus too early, but we'll find out. Yeah, I think it was too early. I think since we're right in the middle, Prometheus will land, but of course when we're not in the middle of the map, he's not going to land. Where'd that laser go? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys when we're not near. That was actually really good damage from the heavies there, and double fire, so boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now ignore the cutoff part of the health because we grabbed him at first. So if it hits 100%, it is not 100%. Prometheus will not probably land this. I mean, I'm interested to see. Oh wow, he did. And he whites out right there. Very unfortunate. That would have only been around probably 85%, not 99%, 85%. Still good, but like I said, if you do those type of combos, don't expect Prometheus to land. However, he did. So, hey, congrats. You got lucky. I'd still try it just in case you might get that, 20% chance. But hey, by the way, guys, when I tell you if it's like a 20% chance, it's because I just do it 10 times in random places. And, I landed it twice out of those 10 times. So these aren't like factual numbers I'm producing somewhere. Like, let's just move on. Alright guys, the next one is the Team Awakening. Now, of course, this is one of my favorites because it's so simple if you can land the instant transmission. So, go ahead, instant transmission, Team Awakening, move a little forward, call him Prometheus, and ult. You can do it pretty fast if you need to. Prometheus will land after this, and you have two options. You can actually go for the reset, or you don't have to, because Prometheus actually catches him really high up in the air. We have time to dash and actually stop him, but we're going to let him fall here. Boom, boom, and Susanoo, right? This is around 90%. Boom. Yep, around 85, 90%. If you really wanted to, you can call Prometheus out again. Let me not fail that smash there. Boom. Because of the Team Awakening capabilities, I don't understand why this is a thing, but like you get 2 assists technically. You can use an assist during Team Awakening, and when your ultimate's done after Team Awakening, you still have the assist, right? So, very strange, but go ahead and use it after the double fire. Drop, boom, boom, boom. And he'll white out right there. So like Prometheus isn't really worth using again, unless, I mean, let me see something real fast. Let me try something. Okay, so I guess you do get a confirmed 90 if you use Prometheus and then just use Susanoo, right? He can't really dodge during Prometheus. He can dodge the 3 lights before, but remember that's why we can ability cancel, or you can just vanish and chase him. What I tried to do is reset him when he hit the ground with Susanoo, but it didn't make sense. I don't think it would have worked. But there you go, guys. That is the instant transmission ultimate. Very good. It's the one I use the most of because it gives me an automatic chance to reset. So very good. Now, guys, something you can do here is shoot 1 fireball and then Prometheus. And you can walk up, get the other reset, and then do Susanoo again. So you do get a second reset, and it does do a little more damage, 95% right there. However, I mean, it works. Like, I'd do it, but, it's, you know what? Yeah, do it. I don't think there's a negative to it. I don't think he can dodge out of it. Let's see, I used Fireball once, Prometheus, he can't dodge. He can dodge after the 3 heavies, right? Sorry, you do 3 heavies again, that's the negative part. When you do 3 heavies again, he can dodge. Red Awakening or do anything like that. But if he doesn't, yes, you get 95%. And don't worry, guys, there is a 100% combo. So, guys, the 100% combo is pretty much the same as the grab. So we're actually going to use our counter. And so when you do land the counter, all you need to do is walk a little forward or sideways. My recommendation forward, call in Prometheus and ult. Now, this is the hardest to land because you do have to be awakened and you have to land counter, right? So very difficult, but I'll go ahead and show you the damage when we don't, when we aren't awakened and we do land counter. So guys, they cannot escape out of that counter, and actually you barely didn't, you didn't see me move at all, but I just perfectly timed it with Prometheus to get him out, so he'll still come out, land, reset, boom. And remember, we can't call him in again because we're not Team Awakened. But look at that. That is without Awakening, and that is a good 85% right there. Or 87. Really close to 90%. And I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like when we're Awakened. Okay, guys. Right there, you saw me move a little bit forward, and that was actually perfect. Also, because I was a little scared I wasn't going to get it right. But we got it. This should be 100% if we do it right. Let's see if the computer randomly guards. Guards! Oh, he got the guard. I have to do it again. Are you serious? Okay. Let's hope he doesn't guard this time, like last time. If he does, I'll try my best to react to it. It's most likely, it's usually a 50-50, but hey, if you can react to it, I haven't had much practice reacting to it, but hey. Let's pretend that we got it. And there's our 100%. Oh, 100% right there. So, like, even if it didn't guard break right, it's still the same thing. Because it's technically, it's resetting, right? The only thing it's not resetting is the hit count, which will white him out, but it's not reset. It's resetting the damage that it would have if we guard broke him in the first place. So it's pretty much the same thing, except he couldn't escape because we got rid of his stamina. So there's the 100%, guys, and that's actually going to be at the end of the combos. And I'm going to go check real fast if I missed anything, and let's see if this is the end of the guide. Guys, I think the only thing I was going to mention is, you know, if you just land a really basic grab, pretty much when to dash up and just perfectly charge a heavy like that. So my recommendation for if you just land a random grab is to wait till he starts falling. There's like a second stage when he starts falling, even then I messed up. So I'll try and say it right here is when you want to dash. And then right when you kind of like hit him, like your dash kind of just stops. Let the dash stop on its own. I dashed too early there, so let me try again. Boom. Wait till he falls. Now. Boom. Oh, I missed. See, even like, I haven't had much practice with it, but it's still very good to know. Boom. There we go. And we can stage transition. By the way, I guess I did forget so... I totally forgot. Well, guys, welcome to the very beginning of the video. Madara's grab strings. He can grab on the second, the third, the fourth. Dude, I knew I was forgetting something. And the fifth light. Now, to be honest, they're all pretty slow. So, like I said, I would just do the vanish grab. All right, let's do the other thing that we forgot. If you couldn't guess what the other thing was, it is stage transition. So he can stage transition on the third light. He can stage transition on the fourth light. Boom. Pop. And he can do it on the fifth one. And now the second one is very strange. I guess I should tell you, you can't do it on the first. They have a chance to block it though, sidestep. If they block, they get guard broke. The second one's a little awkward. It does that, but it doesn't give you the cutscene, so just don't do it on the second one, but know that you can do it. I think it's because it can drop, so it's not really relevant, but boom, I can connect stuff after. So, guys, there's your stage transitions. The actually only other thing I was going to say before is I wanted to see, I've never actually tried it. I don't think you should do this, but I'm going to try and fireball in the air here. Yeah, don't do it. It's not worth it. But there you go, guys. Actually, I think that's going to be the end of the guide. I hope you enjoyed. I know a lot of you requested this. I felt like I repeated a lot from the combo video, but that's because that's pretty much were his best combos. I did add a few, and I did add a lot of tech, obviously, that I did not put in the combo video, so I hope you guys did enjoy that part. But guys, Yugi's up next, and then I haven't decided who I'm actually doing after Yugi. There's been a lot of Kenshins, there's been Killua, there's been Kenshiro, a lot of Ks, so I guess we might do one of them, but who knows. So guys, hey, thank you so much for watching if you got to this part of the video, and I'll see you guys later.